Hi viewers, welcome back. Today's is our fourth part of the series of the failure code of Komatsu PC400 Excavator. And today's code starting from the failure code is CA757 and user code is E10 and trouble is all persistent data lost error, and this code is belonging to the engine controller system. And the content of the trouble, and what is the trouble? All data in engine controller are lost. Action of the controller, none in particular. And problem that appears on the machine, engine may stop and may not be started again. Monitoring function of the machine monitor in engine controller system may not work normally. Failure code CA778 and user code E15 and trouble is engine backup speed sensor error, and this is also regarding to the engine controller system. And contents of the trouble, there is error in the signal from engine backup speed sensor. Action of the controller, continuous control with signal from engine any speed sensor. NE is a crank sensor. And problem that appear on the machine, engine does not start easily, engine output lowers. Third code of this series of this part 4th is CA1633 and the user code is E0E. What is the trouble? Komatsu data link timeout error, and this also belong to the engine controller system. And content of the trouble, engine controller detect communication error in Komatsu communication circuit between pump controller and machine monitoring. And action of the controller, continuous operation in default mode. If cause failure disappears, system reset itself. Problem that appears on machine, information may not transmitted normally by comment communication, and machine may not operate normally. Machine not operate normally. Trouble phenomenon depends on failed sections. Failure code CA2185 and the user code is E14. And what is trouble? Throttle sensor supply voltage high error, and this is also belong to the engine controller system. Content of trouble, high voltages and 5.25 volt or higher was detected in throttle sensor power supply circuit. Action of controller is the trouble occurs while starting switch is on position. Controller fixes voltage value to the level before detection of the trouble and continuous operation. If starting switch is turned on while voltage is abnormally high, controller continuous operation value voltage as 100% values. And what is the problem appear on the machine? Engine speed cannot be controlled with fuel control dial. Failure code is CA2186 and user code is E14. And what is the trouble? Throttle sensor supply voltage low error. engine controller voltages. Content of trouble: low voltages were detected in throttle sensor power supply circuit. And action of the controller: what function of the controller? If trouble occurs while starting switch is in on position, controller fixes voltage value to level before detection of the trouble and continues operation. Third one, if the starting switch is turned on while voltage isn't abnormally high, controller continues operation value, voltage is at 100% value. Problem that appear on the machine: engine speed cannot be controlled with fuel control dial. Failure code CA2249, user code E11. And what is trouble? Common rail pressure very low error. And this code is also belonging to the engine controller system. Content of trouble: there is a low pressure error number 2 in common rail circuit. Action of controller limits output and continuous operation. Problem that appears on machine: engine does not start easily, exhaust gas becomes black, and engine output lower. Failure code CA2555 and CA2555 and user code E15. And trouble: grid heater relay voltage is high error. This also belongs to the engine controller system. Content of the trouble: disconnection was detected in the drive circuit of intake air heater relay. Action of the controller: non-particular. And problem appear on the machine: intake air heater does not work, engine does not start easily, and exhaust gas become white and low temperature. Failure code CA2556 and the user code is E15. And the trouble is a grid heater relay voltage low error. Engine controller system is belong to the engine controller system, this code. And content of the trouble: short circuit was detected in drive circuit of intake air heater relay. Action of the controller: nothing, not particular. Problem that appears on machine: intake air heater does not work, engine does not start easily, and exhaust gas become white and low temperature. Failure code is D110KB and user code is nothing. The trouble: battery relay drive circuit. Pump controller system, and this codes belong to the pump controller system. Content of the trouble: abnormal current flowed at the output to the battery relay drive circuit. Action of the controller: turn output to battery relay drive circuit off. Even if cause of failure disappears, system does not reset itself until starting switch is turned off. Problem appear on the machine: engine does not stop. Failure code D196KA and user code is nothing, not appeared on the machine. Trouble: service return relay disconnections, and this also belong to the pump controller system. And content of the trouble: when service return relay circuit was disconnected with ground, when output was turned off, 24 voltage was not generated. Action of the controller: none in particular. If causes of failure disappears, system reset itself. Problem that appear on the machine: hydraulic circuit for the attachment does not change to single operation circuit. Failure code D196KB. User code nothing. Trouble: service return relay short. Pump controller. This code is belonging to the pump controller system. Content of the trouble: when service return relay circuit was connected to ground, when output was turned on, abnormal current flowed. Action of controller: turn output to service return relay circuit off. Even if cause failure disappears, system does not reset itself until starting switch is turned off. Problem that appear on the machine: hydraulic circuit of the attachment does not change to single operation circuit. Failure code DA25KP. User code not appear on the monitor screen, and trouble is a 5-volt sensor power supply output 1 abnormality, and this code is also belonging to the pump controller system. Content of the trouble: voltage of 5-volt sensor power supply output 1 circuit is below 2.5 volts or above 6 volt. Action of controller: turn output 5-volt sensor power supply output 1 off. Even if cause of failure disappears, system does not reset itself until starting switch is turned off. Problem that appear on the machine: automatic gear shifting function does not work. Pump pressure sensor system: auto decelerator keeps working and is not reset, or fine control performance of work equipment lowered. And a PPC pressure sensor system. Failure code DA2SKQ. There is no user code, and trouble is a model selection abnormality. This also belonging to this code is belonging to pump controller system. Content of trouble: model code signal or model which is not registered in the controller is input. Action of controller: changes input model code to code of the default mode in PC300 and continuous control. Second one is, even if cause of failure disappears, system does not reset itself until the starting switch is turned off. Problem appear on the machine: none in particular. Hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel and share this video to your friends.